Hi everyone, I was going to take a break from doing a video today, but I figure we might as well go ahead and go over everything. Today's session was beyond impressive. For the first time in a very long time, we headed into a session where we were fully invested ahead of the move. And I can't remember the last time that's happened since 2013. I know that much, but it's been at least a year plus. Or it feels like it. Maybe it hasn't been a full year, but it's been a very, very long time. The market rallied big today. The Nasdaq up 0.97%, leading the way. The Nasdaq 100 up 0.83%. The Russell 2000 was not leading the way. The Nasdaq, the Russell 2000 led the way, up 1.47%. The Nasdaq and Nasdaq 100 are still leading the overall market. They're in a buy signal. I am still technically under a neutral signal, which makes this current condition very interesting on the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 is not going to switch back to a buy mode until it takes out these July highs right over here and the 50-day moving average. Once it does that, it will be back under a buy signal. The New York Stock Exchange and S&P 500 also, as you can see, neither one are also in a buy signal. The S&P 500 will need to, for me, the takeout of the 50-day moving average is very bullish. It isn't enough to switch me out of this neutral condition that it's in. I'm going to need to see a breakout to a new high and or see the NYSE confirm with the move above the 50-day moving average. But overall, the market looks very healthy. It's quite shocking to be fully invested. I'm not sure the last time our model, I believe it never has before, not been under a full-on buy signal where we're already fully invested. So I think this is the first time that this has happened ever. I didn't use this model before 2011, excuse me. I didn't start using this model before 2011, so I'm not sure what it would have done. I'd have to go back and look at old brokerage statements, but very impressive what the market's doing here. And on that note, we don't have any sells tonight. Nothing's giving a sell signal, and I had 4 new longs and an ad. I can't do anything because, like I told you, I'm already fully invested, but I think it's important to go over some of these stocks because 3 of the new long signals are in this scan. If you have Telechart, if you have access to my files, you want to make sure you go through this scan every night along with the William J. O'Neill quote scan that I have. That's a scan full of earnings winners, CanSlim quality stocks, and AAII shadow stock portfolio. I put them all in there because the shadow stock portfolio long term's got a great track record, so I like to follow all those stocks. Like this SGMA, for instance, is in it, and here it is coiling for a breakout. You can set buy stops just above the high, see how it goes. But in this scan, you can see GVX is the first stock that shows up. That's a 5% long signal for us. A breakout to a new high. I posted over and over and over in the chat room. Buy stops posted on StockTwits and Twitter. Buy stops, have a chart for you to look at. Just posted on Sunday or Saturday. So everybody knew about GVX. I was going to do a buy stop, obviously, in GVX, as everybody knows, but I'm fully maxed out, so my GVX buy stop order was canceled. Hence, I don't get to be long this stock unless I choose to pick this tonight over the other new long, Jazz. Jazz, as you can see in this perfect speculator scan, is also in here, bouncing off the 50-day moving average, confirming the retake of it the day before after it pulled in some extremely impressive sessions at the 200-day moving average on the 6th. And on the 13th, retook the 50-day moving average on Friday, and now we got a confirmation move above it with it closing near the high day today. That is also a 5% signal. I only have enough currency left to put it in either Jazz or GBX. I'll probably pick Jazz, but technically GBX is the better stock with the better overall fundamentals. So I'm going to, and I already have biotech stocks, so more than likely I'm going to pick GBX because I want to diversify in leading stocks in case one of the leading sectors get hit. You don't want to have too much of your portfolio in that one sector. But you can see in the scan, BITA continues to move higher, REX moves higher, Intermune continues to move higher, PBYI, SAVE, GWPH. I was telling you there's buy stops everywhere. Here's a particular one right here. Set your buy stops just above that recent Thursday high. Boom, you're good to go. IBN followed through on its breakout. ARII was a recent long. URI is breaking out today. And then here's another new long symbol, LNG. LNG is also breaking out. Once again, another stock. You can look on Twitter, StockTwits, or in the chat room that I said buy stops on. So this is a top quality stock. Not a CanSlim quality stock because they don't make money yet, but liquid natural gas has been extremely hot overall. That commodity, and this stock is definitely leading the way. This bounce breakout here off the 50-day moving average Just super impressive. I assume one day these guys are going to be making a ton of money based on how this stock is a leading stock. You can see it's gone from $3 in 2010 to $74 now. If you don't know how much of a gain that is, I can let you know. That's a 2,700% gain in a little right around 4 years. So not bad at all if you can get that kind of return. But ILMN, retaking the 50-day moving average, we do have a position in this stock also, but here you can add another position to it. Skechers just doesn't stop since its Bible gap up. PCRX continues to move higher. Avis Budget Group continues to move higher. By FSLR, I went long this one in the morning, so I am long FSLR. If you are not long FSLR, it went above the buy stop. The buy stop would have been, my buy stop was 69.98. So if it closed above 69.98, you are long. 69.98, it did close above. You are now long FSLR if you listen to my buy stop area. If you are not long FSLR, go for it. 5%er. YY, you can put buy stops in. VIPS, you can put buy stops in. Facebook is slowly breaking out. You can go ahead and take a new position in. EMES, you could do buy stops. NYLD, you could do buy stops. So as you can see, we have a lot of extremely high quality stocks that are just on the verge of breaking out and running higher. Solar City, Elon Musk's Elon Musk company. Look at how tight this consolidation is right here. You can put a buy stop above those recent August highs. You're good to go. Very, very powerful, powerful market. Also, UA was an ad signal, going to be 2.5% position. You could do 5%. Hell, for the LNG signal, you could do 10%. For the Jazz signal, you can do 10% of your account capital. For the GBX signal, you can do 10%. I'm fully invested, but we've got a market where 10% positions are warranted now. Why didn't I then put it on my website, new positions 10% long in each? Because we don't have above average volume on the indexes and the ETFs. If I had a full-on confirmation across the board, like QQQ, like if the volume in QQQ looked the same way as an IWM or the CompQX or the New York Stock Exchange, then we would have something going. But because of that, I still got to recommend 2.5% positions. And then also a speculative long play out there. We did get a signal, WPCS. Been watching this one for quite a while, obviously, with all that Max Green bop. A lot of accumulation recently, really got tight and coiled. Always recommended the buy stops just above the recent highs, but now we have a pocket pivot point signal breakout. Everything looks good on this one, so quite an impressive session to say the least. There are so many more stocks I could go over. I recommend going to the new positions page, look at the stocks on watch in the long section and the buy stop candidates if you are underinvested here. This appears to be a market that we're ready to... God, I really hope that we end this with a parabolic move higher like we normally do end bull markets. So I'm hoping that maybe we're starting our parabolic stage because quantitative easing ends in October and zero interest rate policy ends sometime next year in 2015. It would be great to go ahead and end this on a big bang. We'll see what happens. I'm ready for all hell to break loose the other way, so don't think that I'm marrying any of these positions. Thank you.